Hey family, it has just been brought to my attention that my fiance has posted a private conversation between him and I on his channel. So I'm just gonna follow his lead. Like he likes to say, he's the man and I have to follow his lead. I'm just gonna follow his lead here. So in this video, he's talking about his house. This was when my accounts were hacked. I was depressed. I was down. I couldn't even talk. Gerald had yelled at me all day, telling me that I deserve this. I deserve what happened to me. And he's the only one who has ever shared a password to my phone. And now my accounts are hacked. I'm confused. I'm disheveled. And my fiance is nowhere to be found. He went to take pictures of himself for his Instagram. He comes home at night. I'm completely drained. I've already put my daughter to bed. I'm sick and I'm tired and I've been crying all day. And he started telling me that my fans are attacking him. So I asked him, I said, what are they attacking you about? And he goes, they're talking about the house. The house is not mine and they're attacking me. So I said, I'm afraid of this man. First of all, I'm terrified of him. And I'm just trying to keep the peace because I'm tired. I've been with my daughter all day. I've been getting phone calls from these hackers demanding money from me, which I paid. And usually he's not home when these people are calling me because he was never there to help me. Never. Okay? So he comes home. It's at night and he's asking me questions and telling me to go on his page to make a video to say that he didn't hack me. But I had already had a conversation with him before. I said, Gerald, if you didn't hack me, your behavior online is bizarre and you're implementing yourself. You're making people think that you didn't hack me. I don't know who hacked me. But your actions, even to me behind closed doors, make me feel like you have something to do with it. I had already had that conversation with him. So he comes home and he's mad and he puts on a beautiful voice and I don't even know he's recording me this whole time. And he's acting all sweet and nice when he had been yelling at me previously. And I'm so terrified of him. And now, even the conversations we're having, I'm trying to keep it calm, cool, and collected because I don't want to argue with him. So he tells me that my fans are attacking him. And I said, what are they saying? And he said, oh, I bought this house in 20 whatever, and they're telling me that I didn't buy it, and I want you to go and make a video. I said, well, continue to defend yourself. I haven't said anything about the house, but if you want to go and make a video and defend yourself, go ahead and defend yourself. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to be respectful. And he was only talking that way because he was recording. And I didn't know that. He was recording himself. Family, I'm going to follow Gerald's lead, okay? Gerald wants to talk about the house, so let's talk about the house. This house was bought by Gerald in, I think, 2019. I don't even remember the date. Gerald could not afford the house. He is very bad with money. He likes a big show. His accounts are always negative. He looks for women to use to take care of his lifestyle because he's always trying to prove that he's rich. So he got this house, quickly realized that he couldn't afford the house. So the girl he was dating at that time has some real estate experience. So she encouraged him to move out of the house and put it in rent because he couldn't afford the house. So he went and started living in an old house, a different house. And that's a story for another day. So this house was in rent. When I came into Gerald's life, which also is a story for another day, Gerald was broke. He didn't have 2 pennies to rub together. He didn't have a penny. He couldn't even feed his children. He couldn't feed his children. He couldn't pay his bills. His credit was messed up. I came in and started to clean up. Again, I will come back with real receipt. I already made a video earlier today telling you guys that I'm going to address these things. I really didn't want to do it, y'all. I didn't want to do it. But apparently, Gerald is making videos of himself filming our conversation or recording our conversations and posting it. So I have receipt for you guys. So anyway, this house, Gerald had a forbearance on this house. The house he's claiming that is his, that he bought in 2019. He had an $18,000 forbearance on the house. Guess who he manipulated into paying that $18,000? Me. He had tenants in the house. They were paying him money. At the time he was working, but his lifestyle was so bad, which again, if he wants me to, that's something I'm going to get into. I'm just going to go by his lead. His lifestyle was so bad that he couldn't afford anything. Even with the rent coming in and his salary coming in, he was broke. He was dead broke. Now he meets this woman who's popular, who has money, and I started to take care of him and his children. Okay? I told Gerald I wanted to buy my own house. I even did. I found a place that I really liked. I wanted to move there with my daughter and date Gerald because he was forcing me into everything so fast. I didn't even know what was going on around me. But I stood my ground and wanted to get my own place. I got my own place. But unfortunately for me, there was a situation with that place, which you guys already know about. And I had to move out of the place. I went into a hotel, but they said that it was going to take months for that problem to be taken care of. So Gerald convinced me into moving in with him so I can continue to take care of him and his children. I have Zelle transactions, I have bank transactions, and I have all of these receipts. I will come out and I will show you guys. I'm doing this video right now in a rush because he has pushed me and he has already destroyed me. He wants to completely finish me by posting a fake video to try to prove something. Okay? So anyway, Gerald convinced me to move into his house so I can take care of him and his kids. He couldn't even buy food for his kids. He was broke. His credit was messed up. So I told him I didn't want to live with him, but I was going to stay with him for a while until I found a place. Gerald told me that he had the house that his tenants were in. He had the house and he wanted to sell the house, but he didn't want to sell the house to get rid of the house because he knew that the house was in a great location and the equity was doubling really fast. So Gerald once again coerced me, manipulated me into me buying the house because now he claims that we're engaged. So he wanted to buy the house, get the equity out, which was $125,000. He wanted to get the equity out and then also keep the house. So me being smart, I told him I would buy the house and you can get the money, which he knew I didn't need the money. I make my own money. I was taking care of this man. The fraud lifestyle that he's living. First of all, before I even forget, Gerald is not a financial advisor. He's been fired for 7 months. Gerald does not have a job. All of that thing he's doing is fake. Fake, fake, fake. He's not a financial advisor. Don't go to that man for any financial advice. He's not a real estate investor. He has one house that I help him buy. Again, that's a story for another day. Let's stick to this house that he's referring to. So Gerald then, he wanted this money to continue his lifestyle. He wanted this money so bad. So he decided to sell the house, and he decided to sell the house to me. I bought the house. I paid the down payment. I paid for the everything, the credit, the this, the that, everything. I paid for everything but the house legally. And then him and I went on my channel, filmed videos. Not once did I say the house was my house. I've always referred to the house as our house. But recently here, something big happened between Gerald and I, which again, I'm not going to touch on. I'm going to wait until he comes out and then I'll come out with my receipt. Something big happened between Gerald and I, and he started to post online telling people that the house is his. I told him, I said, Gerald, you don't know YouTube or social media like you think you do. I've been doing this for years. I know how this works. You don't want to do this. A home is public record. Anybody can just pull it up. It's public record. And I'm going to put the house on the screen so you guys can see who actually owns the house. Gerald Addy sold this house to me and made $125,000, which he blew on whatever it is that he blows his money on. Gerald is a horrible person when it comes to money. He's bad with money. He got fired from his job. I have clothed and fed Gerald for the year and whatever months that I've been with him. Even when he got the $100,000, what he did with it was he bought a luxury car because he wants to continue his lifestyle. He bought a luxury car and bought a whole bunch of designer stuff. That's what he uses his money for. I'm gonna show you my house that is in my name that I own. I'm gonna put it up for you guys to see, and I'm also going to show you my mortgage that I pay every month from my house that I own. So Gerald Addy, I have been protecting you throughout all of this. You are the only one who's ever had any kind of password to my phone. You are the only one who, when my accounts got hacked, you were online promoting yourself. All of a sudden, you had a YouTube channel. You lived with me as a YouTuber. You lived with me as an influencer. You saw how much money I was making. You saw how much brands were respecting me and sending things to me. You saw all of this and you wanted my life. You wanted to be me. You started to resent me. You started to be mean and evil and manipulative towards me. You have made my life a living hell. And now you want to tarnish my reputation, something that I've worked so hard for, something that took me years to build before I ever even met you. Ever since I met you, my life went down the drain. I'm not going to sit back and let you do this to me, Gerald Addy. You will not do this to me. So family, the house that he keeps talking and crying and professing, this house, y'all, is my house, as you can clearly see with the evidence here. So Gerald Addy, my fiance, I'm ready. I broke up with Gerald when I left him because he was so evil to me. When I was dying, when my accounts had been taken away from me, I was crying. I had a little baby. I hadn't eaten. For days, Gerald would leave me in the house to go film his YouTube videos, to go edit his YouTube videos, and to go post videos on social media. I had no help. I had no support. None whatsoever. I had to leave. I had to leave town to come to my family to come get support. Gerald has been on my phone begging me to come home, begging me telling me that he loves me, but then he's going behind my back and telling his family members and his friends all kinds of evil things about me. But now he has the audacity to come online and lie and record my voice. The only reason Gerald sounded so good in that recording was because he knew he was recording. And the only reason I was agreeing with everything he said was because he had been so aggressive to me that day, yelling at me and so mean to me while I'm going through so much pain. And I just didn't want to fight with him. So I agreed with everything he said. I said, what are they saying? Are they saying the house is not yours? And up to this day, I haven't mentioned this man's name on my channel. Not once. I have protected him as he has completely embarrassed me online, acting bizarre, acting crazy, faking and acting like he's a financial advisor or he's this big time mogul. Gerald is broke. He is broke. Now, recently, the other house that I bought for him in his name, he recently refinanced that house and got some money out. So today, as we speak, he's not broke today because he got that money. I don't know how much he got because he didn't tell me. That's the house he's working on in Smyrna. I'm sorry, it's not in Smyrna, it's in Atlanta. That's the house he's working on. That was my blood, sweat, and tears, and other women before me, blood, sweat, and tears for him to get that house. Gerald did not have the credit to buy a house. He still doesn't have the credit to buy a house. Don't mess with me like this, Gerald. You've already ruined my life enough. I left my home. I left my business. I left my family to travel out of state to be with you. And all you've done is drain me. All you've done is been so draining. You have ruined my entire life to the point where I sit here right now. I have nothing. and you still have the bravery, the audacity to go online and post a recording between you and I, proving absolutely nothing, I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. Thank you guys for watching. There's more to come. However, I'm going to wait for Gerald's lead. I'm going to wait and see what he does. And I will continue to come out with my receipts. Thank you.